Hello, hello. Today I have The Lost Woods by Matt Tressel. I've absolutely butchered the rules in the little box, so I'm gonna read the rules as I see them, and you can use the box rules as a cheat sheet. Yeah. So normal Sudoku rules apply, and that means that I'm going to use the digits 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every marked 3 by 3 box once each with no repeats. The grid is now partially covered in fog, so this gray stuff is fog. And if I place a digit correctly into the grid, then it will reveal the fog. The gray squares will go away, and there might be clues underneath there. So that's fog. Shade a 1 cell wide, non-branching, orthogonal path through the grid that does not touch itself even diagonally, such that no 2 by 2 area is entirely unshaded. The starting point of the path is the digit in the bottom left, and the end of the path is the circle in the top right. So we're going to go from here to here, and we're going to shade a path from here to here. It's kind of like yin yang, but not quite. Yeah, I think there are going to be a number of differences between this and yin yang. But I can't leave the unshaded areas with any 2 by 2. I can't leave it with any 2 by 2 regions. Bottomless bogs. Cells with a large brown diamond are not on the path, and its digit, so the digit of a bottomless bog cell, indicates the number of path cells surrounding it, and surrounding means a king move from it. Okay, so as an example, if this had, I can't do brown, if this had a brown diamond in it, and it had a 4 in it, then what that would mean is this itself would be not path. I think I'm going to use yellow for not path. And 4 of the 8 cells around it would be on the path. So maybe, well, 4 might be hard. I could maybe do something like this. So those might be on the path, which I'll use blue for, and the rest of it will be off the path. So something like that might work. Okay. Rupees. Small colored diamonds. Digits separated by a green rupee, so you can see half of one right here, have a difference of 1. Okay, so this might be a 1 and a 2, or it might be a 2 and a 3, or it might be a 5 and a 6, right? Who knows? And digits separated by a blue rupee, that's something like this, have a difference of 5. So I think that means exactly 5. So I think that'll have to be something like 1, 6, and not say 1, 7. So I don't think it's like German whispers where it's at least a difference of at least 5. I think it's a difference of exactly 5. That's how I'm interpreting this rule. A red rupee, that's this one here, indicates the leftmost cell in the topmost row of a draw your own killer cage. Each cage sums to 20, and the digit in this cell indicates the number of cells that are part of the cage. Oh, I didn't even put that in. I totally forgot that in the abridged rule. Digits in a cage cannot repeat, and cages cannot overlap with other cages. Okay, so an example of this might be, and this is going to break all these rupees here, but this might be a 4-cell length cage. So I put a 4 in here, and the other 3 digits have to add to 16 to make the whole thing add to 20. So maybe I would have 3, what else? 13, 5, 8. Does that work? Yeah. Something like this might be, obviously this doesn't work with either diamond, but that is something that could work. That's the rules. So I think this is it's at least the second, if not the third Zelda-inspired puzzle that I've done on the channel. So yeah, clearly that's the way to my heart. But anyway, let's dig into this. So I'm going to use blue for the path. So I know the path goes to the beginning and the end. So let's start there. And it's going to go one way or the other, but not both. But that's not going to be helpful. Let's look at these diamonds. So this has a difference of 5. This has a difference of 1. And this, let's think about the red not crop keys, rupees more generally. Like, what could I possibly put in a killer cage? Because it has to be, to sum to 20, I need at least 3 digits. I could have 3 with 8, 9. In fact, that would work quite nicely right here, 3, 8, 9. Um, I could have 4. I can't do 2, right? Because if it's 2, there's only 2 cells in the cage. Let me just read that rule again to make sure that's not the number of cages, because I want this to be general. Yeah, the number in the rupee cell indicates the number of cells that are part of the cage. So it can't be a 2, because I have to put 18 with it, which doesn't work. 4, I could do 16 and 4. That would be okay. I just did an example worth 4, so that works. 5 should also work, because if I have 5 cells that sum to 20, one of them's 5, that's fine. That means I have 4 that sum to 11. No, that sum to 15. Sorry, I don't know where I got 11. 4 that sum to 15, which is very easy to do. I could do 1, 2, 3, 9, 5. That would be great. And you can't do 6, because if you have 6 cells in a cage that don't repeat, they sum to at least 21, which doesn't work. So this is either 3, 4, or 5. And this one's not 5 because it's on a blue dot, which has a difference of at least 5. Yeah, now this isn't going to work with 4 either, because if I put a 4 here, that's going to have to be a 9, because that's the only digit that's 5 away from 4, even if the rule is at least 5 away. And that 9 will go with an 8, and suddenly I'm at 21 already, no matter what I put here, if this is 4. So this is, in fact, let's get rid of those, because those aren't real. That's if this were a 4. So this is a 3. Whoops. A 3. And this is, I think it's 8, 9. I'm just going to, for now, do an 8, 9 pair, just to make sure I'm not accidentally inferring something about the rule that I shouldn't be. And this tells me, this is a bog. Let's read the bog rule again. Cells of the large round diamond are not on the path. Okay, so that's yellow. And in the digit here indicates the number of path cells surrounding it. Okay, so this is at least 3, because this has to get out. And it's not exactly 3. And it's not exactly 4. How would it be 4? Because if it's exactly 4, this goes 3, this goes out in 3. And then I need to not have, like, this can't be 2 by 2 and this can't be 2 by 2 if this goes up, and if it's this way, it's these 2 and these 2, but it's exactly the same logic. How would I get only this cell to be on the path? It couldn't be done, because the paths have to go in and out without going anywhere, which doesn't make any sense. So it's not 4. I almost thought it's not 7, but I think it actually could be. Something like that I think works. So I can't say anything about 7. How about 5? Can I get rid of 5? So if this goes up, no, 5 works okay too, I think. I could do something like this, maybe. That'll be 5. And I don't see an obvious problem with that. So, well, this is also blue. Hold on. So this is either 1, 6 or 2, 7. Or if we're allowing more than 5, 1, 7. But that doesn't help with this. Yeah, I think, and if 5 and 7 work, I imagine there's got to be a way to make 6 work. So I'm not even considering 6. Right, so when I think about these, I try to think from one end to the other. And if I can do both ends, I usually don't think about the middle, how it could work. So yeah, I think I just have to believe the rules when it says the difference is 5, and then it's exactly 5. So this is going to be an 8, and this is going to be 9. There we go. We get another bog and another diamond. Ah, okay. So these are 1, 6, and 2, 7, meaning this is 5 and this is 4. We get another diamond. Okay, we get a lot of diamonds here. So now let's think about how this path is going to work. Well, first of all, the 5 actually was kind of hard to do. And I think that means I can't go this way. Hold on, let me think about that. Yeah, because if I go this way, this diamond prevents me from going over. So I'm going to go up. So if this blue path goes to the right first, it's going to go up. And now these both become yellow. And this is yellow. So this has to not be yellow. This has to be path. But there's no way to get one path cell in a corner like that. So I can't go out this way. I have to go out this way. So those are path. This is not path. And now this is not path because there's no way to get in and out, which means this has to be path to avoid a 2 by 2. And since it's in a corner of sorts, these are all path as well, and that gives me my 5. That's not path. And this has to keep going to get out. This can't be path because then it would touch itself. So the path keeps going this way. But now this can go up or over, and this can go any direction. So I can't say anything more about that. But this I know now is either 3 or 4, and it's not 3. So that's a 4. And so the path, this has to be path to make the diamond, the bog work, which makes none of these path. The path has to keep going, so that's all path now. This is now either 1, 2, or a 6 with either 5 or 7 to make to avoid any of those digits, which I don't think helps me. We have a new here, and I think we said this is 3, 4, or 5, but it's not 5. Look at that. So this is 3 or 4. 3, 8, 9 works nicely. Can I do it with, like, I do 4, 1, 2. Well, I wouldn't do 4, 1, 2. I'm trying to think if this is 1, 2, but I could just go this way, right? 4, I mean, 16, 4, 4, 2, 6, 8 or something. I mean, yeah, I don't see why this couldn't be 4. Oh, it can't be 4 because of this. Oh my goodness, sorry. That's a 3. Which gives us another blue diamond, which it doesn't have a 4 on it. I almost said it doesn't have a 3 on it. But I have a 3 here. In fact, I might have to, hold on. Yeah, because one of these is a 1, 6 and one of these is a 2, 7. And if this is either of those, that breaks these. So this is a 3, 8 because it's not 4, 9. So the 3 has to go here by sudoku. That's neat. I like that a lot. And then this didn't give me anything on this diamond, so that doesn't help me on the diamond. So can this not be 3, 8, 9 anymore? 3, 9, 8 still works. Oh, in fact, this has to be 3, 9, 8. This has to be 3, 8, 9 because it's 3, so I need 17 more with it. 8 and 9 are completely gone from this row. The 8 has to get an 8. Where's it going to get an 8? It has to get an 8 from here. This is the furthest it could possibly reach. It can't go up because this is in the topmost row. It can't go left because in the top row it's to the leftmost. I could in theory go down here, but that's not 8 or 9. And so there's nothing, I can't take an 8 or 9 from this row. So 8 or 9 are both in this row. This has to be the 9. This has to be the 8. This is now no longer 1 or 2 because one of them is here with either 6 or 7. The other one goes here, and this has to have a 6 on it. Oh, this has to have a 6 on it with either 5 or 7. So this is now 2, 7. This is a 1, and this is a 5, 6 pair, actually. Yeah, this is pretty smooth, actually. I thought there's 4 stars on Logic Masters. I mean, we're only at the beginning. I'm sure there will be harder stuff to come. But so far, this is I'm impressed how smooth this is. But I know something about this. It's at least 5, because I already have 5 here. And it's not 8. So it's 6 or 7. I guess I don't know which. But that means this doesn't turn right, because if it does, these will both be off path. So this goes up. And this is now off path. And either these connect. Well, this is path. This is in a corner, so these are, I don't think I can say anything about this, which is why I jumped off of it. This is definitely path to avoid a 2 by 2. And this path, because it's not an end, the ends of the path are here, it can't go these ways, so it goes these ways. This is not path. So this one at least has to extend. Is there some reason this can't connect here? Because if it can't connect here, we have to go up. But I think that would be okay, right? This could come up. I mean, we'd have to be careful about not getting 2 by 2s up here, but I think you could do it, and then this could go around to here. I think that's okay. So I don't think I can say anything about this. So what about this green rupee? Is either it's definitely gonna, no, it doesn't. This is from 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So something like that. These are both 3, 4, or 5. This one's not 3. I think I'm gonna have to think about how these work. What are these though? These are 1, 2, and 7. For the same reason this couldn't be 2, 7, this can't be 2, 7, so this can't be 1. Is there some reason this can't be 5? I mean, 4 seems pretty easy. I could do 4, 4, 1, 7, 8 works here nicely. So that's why I'm thinking about whether or not I can exclude 5. So what would this look like if it were 5? So importantly, if this cage can't go up into row 5 at all, because then the crop key would be up here. And it can't go into this cage, which might, I mean, who knows where this goes. I mean, this could even go like this, but at minimum it does something like this. So what are the possibilities for this? Can I go down this way? So like, so if I take this cell, the only way to get there, because I can't, so I can draw some borders here to say where the cage can go. The cage can't go left in this, so I can't take any of these cells. It can't take any of these cells or anything up. But anything else it could plausibly take if it could make a path to get there. But if it takes this cell, because I guess I should draw this cage too, because it can't intersect that at all. So if it takes this cell, the only path is to do that. So 1, 2, and 7 is 10. 4 wouldn't work. And 5 wouldn't work either, actually, because 5 and 10 would make 15, and the last cell would have to be another 5. So this cell is not in the cage, which means, can this cell be in the cage? If this is, that would definitely make this I mean, for several reasons, it would be a 5. Oh, hold on. This is 1, 2, 6, 7. I just noticed that. That's big. This is a quadruple. I don't know if it's going to help me with this, but that gives me this pair. Which is going to give me this pair. Oh, okay. Hold on. This is 1, 2, 6, 7. So this is 5, 9. Which means this is 4, 6. So these aren't 6. Which means those aren't 1. Which I guess I knew because one of those is a 1. Okay. So maybe not so earth-shattering, but maybe will help. How's it going to help? Can it not take this 8? No, I just showed with a 4 it can take the 8. Can it not take the 8 with a 5? 5, 8 is 13. The other 3 would have to add to 7. That'd be 1, 2, 4. I could do 5, 8, 1, 2, 4 pretty easily. I could do 5. I'm just trying to put bounds on where this can go. If this goes to, can I take this 3? 5 and 3 is 8. The other 3 will add to 12. I couldn't take the 8 then, because then 8 would need 4 more to 1 and 3, but I already have a 3. So to get here, to take the 3, I'd have to do that. But I could do like 1, 4, 7. I would have, I mean, this would have to be 4, or 2, 4, 6. I think 5, 3, 7. I could do 1, 4 actually. Yeah, there are a lot of ways that works. So let's think about this one. 3 would have to go with 8, 9. It can't get an 8 from this box, so the 8 would have to be from here. So this one, in some sense, is more restricted than this. But this one couldn't be 3. Like this could just be 3, 8, 9, I'm fairly sure. In fact, that's what it would have to, well, no, it could be 3, 8, 9 as well. But if this is a 3, you would need an 8 and a 9. It can't get an 8 from here. So this would have to be its 8. And then it could take either one of these as the 9. 4 is harder. This becomes a 6, not necessarily in the cage. But if this is 4, 4, 9, 6, 1, I think works. Yeah, there are probably a lot of ways to make 4 work. Can I get rid of 5 at least from this? How would I make this 5? If this is 5, oh yeah, this can't be 5 because this is nice. If this is 5, what happens to this cell? This is 9 and this is 5. But I can't take another 5. So if I take 5, because I already have a 5 in the cage if this is 5. So if I take 5 and 9, that's 14. The other digits have to be 1, 2, 3. Well, where am I getting my 1? This one here, there's 1 over here. I have to go through an 8 to get this one, which is not going to work. So I have to take, this has to be the 1. And now how am I getting my 2? This could be my 3. But then I have to take, basically I have to take a 4 or a 6 or an 8 to not break the cage. But those are going to be too big. So this can't be 5. So now I'm thinking this is going to be 3. But I don't see why this can't be 4. So if this is 4, this is 5, 6, 7. So it definitely has a 6 on it. I don't think that's useful. I get a 6 here, I get a 6 here. 4, didn't I already show a way that works? 4, 9, 6, 1. Interestingly, if this is a 4, this is a 5, and I get a 6, 7 pair here, I wonder if that's a problem. Well, this cell would have to be 1, 2, or 3, because I also have 8 and 9 looking at it. I don't see. Let's go back to this cage. I wonder if I can, because if I can exclude 5 from this, I would have 4 and then 3, and that would be very nice. So if this is 5, let's say I can't get to here. I think we said I can't take the 8, because if 5, 8 is 13, we need 1, 2, 4, and there's no, oh, no, that's wrong. 1, 2, 4, that works. Okay, so can take the 8. So if this is 5, can I take this cell? So between 1, 2, 6, and 7, which all totals up to 16, I have to get rid of 1. If I get rid of 1, I'm already at 20, so that doesn't work. If I get rid of 2, I need a 1. No, I need another 1, which I can't have because I already have 1, so that doesn't work. If I get rid of 6, I'm at 15, that doesn't work. If I get rid of 7, I am at 14, which needs another 6, which doesn't work. Okay, so actually I can't take this cell either with 5. So that's kind of interesting. So this 5 cage is restricted to essentially these, well, how far can I get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm restricted to these cells for my 5 cage. And if I take this, that's a 9, which is not going to work. Because I have to be 1, 2, 3, and there's no way to do that because I have to either go through this 8 or this cage, which is not 1, 2, or 3. So that's out as well. So my 5 cage is limited to these. If it is possible to be a 5 cage, it's in those 7 cells. Which actually is kind of hard. So let's just suppose I take this cell for a second. That leaves 2 left. If it's 5, 1, 2, there's definitely a 1 in it. So it's only 5, 1, which is 6. If the other one's a 2, that's 8. And the other 2 cells will add to 12, which will either be 4, 8, which I could do like this, or 3, 9, which I can't do. I can't get to this 3. This can't be 3 or 9. So if I take this, we get 4, 8. No, and that's a 1. If I take this and it's a, sorry, then it's a 2. 1 and 2. If it's 5, 1, 7, that's 13. I need 7 more, so I can't take the 8. So those have to add to 7. 5 is taken, 1 is taken, so it'd have to be 4, 3, which is also possible. If I don't go to this cell, then I have these 6 cells to play with. Can I not take that cell? 5 and 11 is 16. We need 1, 3. That doesn't work. So I would have to take. So if it's 5, I have to take this cell. I think we said this works, right? 5, 3 is 8. We could have 1, 4, 7, 2, 4, 6. Interestingly, if that's 2, it's the only way it works. Is 4, 6, because 5 can't be with 5, and 7 can't be with 3 because I already have a 3. If this is 5, 3, 7, these add up to 5, we get 4, 1. Hold on. All of the possibilities I've had so far, I've had a 4 in the cage up here, which would get rid of a 4 here, but that seems very hard. And I don't know if I can prove that there has to be a 4 here. So let's try to prove that. Does there have to be a 4 in this cage? What happens if I don't put a 4 in this cage? That means this has to be a 5. And I can't get this 4. We've already said that doesn't work. And I can't reach this 4. So if I take a 4, it's in one of these 3 cells and it breaks this. So if I do a 5 cage without a 4, I have to get to 15 in 4 numbers. So how do I do that? 1, 2, 3, 9 is one way. Can I do 1, 2, 3, 9? The only place I can get a 9, because I can't. This is in a cage. I could get to this 9, but that's not 1, 2, 3, 9. There's no other 9 I can get to, so it's not 1, 2, 3, 9. Which means I need a number that's 2 numbers that are at least 6. Yeah, it doesn't work. So I get 5, 6, 7. Is that right? The only way to do a 5 cage with a 5 in it that sums to 20 that doesn't include a 4, I think the only way is 1, 2, 3, 9, because 1, 2, 3, 5, 9. Because if you don't have 1, 2, and 3, you'll have 5, and then at a minimum 6, 7. That's already 18. And then 2 more cells. Yeah, that doesn't work. So wow. That actually makes me think it is intended, because that's a little easier to see. And let me just make sure I can't get this 4. So if I take this 4, it's got to be that. 5 and 4 is 9, which means these have to add to 11. There's a 1 here. It can't be 7, 3, and it can't be 2, 8. So yeah, this just breaks. That's ridiculous. That's incredible. I mean, I don't know if that's intended, but one of these is a 4. I'm actually going to do this as D, so that I don't. Because I'm marking across boxes, and I'm just afraid I'm going to misremember that. So one of these is a 4, which means this is not. That's wild. That's a 3. I can't believe that. Which means it's 3, 8, 9. We're going to get my 8. It has to be here, as we said. But now either of these can be a 9. That's truly, truly wild stuff. Now what? Oh, I get another green dot here, which means this, because the 8's already done, and the 3. This is also from 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess I had 3, 8 here as well, which is how I got this in the first place. So this is not 4 or 7. And this is not 2, 7, but it could be 1, 6, or 4, 9. I have a virtual 4, 6 pair here, so I don't get 4 or 6 up here. Oh, what about this? I definitely have a 5 and a 6 in here. Oh, I definitely have a 6 in here, so that's not 4 and 6, it's 4, 9. Which means that's 6, that's 4. That's off path. So it can't be 7, because it tells me that I can't have, there are only 3 possible cells that could be path around it, so that's a 2. That's a 7. It can't be these 2 that are on the path, because then this would be off path and I would run into this would be at the end of a path. So this is definitely path. I don't know how it gets there. I could conceivably do this or this. Either one seems to work right now. I already knew that was one of these was a 6. That doesn't help me here. Oh, this is not 4 anymore because it's 4, 9. So this is 5, 6, 7. That's a 6. These, oh, and I get another, oh, and it's a, okay, great. So this is another rupee cage, which we said all of them are either 3, 4, or 5 to start. And so it can't be 7. That's a 5. That's a 7. I'm probably going to have to think about this one now. But let's go back to here for a second and see if that, because I've got another, I only have one more digit. I only have one more digit. Does that at least get rid of this as a possibility? Hold on. 4, 6, 7, 3 is okay. So 4 still works in fairly minimal disrupting. Oh, and now this is actually a real, I can mark this for real because this is not 4 anymore. So I'm not marking across cages anymore. So there's really a 4 here. Okay, so either this is a 4. I could do like 4, 6, 7, 3. That works. 4, I think we said 1, 8, 7 or something like that works. 4, 8 is 12. Yeah, 4, 1, 8, 7 works. Or 5 has to take this 4 now. That's 9. You get to 11. 7, 3, 1 actually works great as well. Yeah, so I can't do much here. So what are these digits? These are 1, 2. Oh, and this 4, 9 is looking at this 5. So I know these 3 digits are 1, 3, 7. These are 5, 6, 8. And these are 2, 4, 9. This is either 1, 6 or 2, 7. All right, let's think about this, because this cage is kind of pinned in here a little bit, and it has 5 cells in it, which is kind of hard to do. And I can't get to this 7 because 5, 6, 7 is already 18. There's no way to get to the 7 without going through this 6 because I can't go left of here or up anywhere. So that's 18. I need 2 more cells. I need 2, which doesn't work. So I can't take this 7. I could go over here. Oh, can I avoid taking this 6? Because if I don't take the 6, the only way to do that is like that, which is already 21. That doesn't work. So this 5 takes the 6 for sure. So I have 11, and then 3 more cells to add to 9. Without 5 and 6, so it has to be 2, 3, 4 actually. And where am I getting the 4? Not from here, because this 4 is in this killer cage. Wow. Yes, I'm now more convinced than ever that that was intentional, because that's the second time that the 4 has to be in this cage has been useful. This cage needs a 4, because if I don't take the 6, look, if I don't take the 6, my cage is penned in like that. And I can only take these 5 cells, because these are part of this other killer cage. Oh, actually, I can draw that in now, complete this cage. And I can't go above this row, because the diamond would be that up there. So it would have to be this, but then I would know the sum of this. It's 13 plus 3 is 16 plus 5 is 21. It's too big. So I can't do, I can't not take the 6. So I have to take the 6, which gets me to 11. I need 3 more cells that add to 9 that doesn't include 5, doesn't include 6, and are all different. The only way to sum to 9 with 3 digits are 1, 2, 6, gone because of the 6, 1, 3, 5, gone because of this 5, or 2, 3, 4. So this 5, 6 takes 2, 3, 4. It doesn't get the 4 from here. So it has to get the 4 from here. And it gets the 2 from here, and it's going to get the 3 from here. That's incredible. And so this cage looks like this. And then either takes these 2 cells as a 2, 4, or these 2 cells as a 2, 4, but I don't know which one. That is truly incredible. It does not leave me any closer to finding out how this cage works. And doesn't really give me much of anything, actually. That's very surprising that is not more helpful. I get a 3 in here. One of these is 8, one of these is 5. Like, how does this work? Can I? No, I was going to say, can I say something like these don't connect now and force this to be 6? Oh, no, that doesn't do it. I was thinking if I force these connect, this will have to go up. But these do connect. This has to go up and these don't connect. So is there a problem with these connecting now? I don't think so. I mean, this seems pretty... Actually, how am I going to avoid a 2 by 2 in here is what I'm starting to wonder. I guess I could do this. Yeah, okay. That seems pretty good. And then this could go up. Yeah. That works fine. 8, 8. I get an 8 here. Actually, this cell is also from 1, 2, 6, and 7. It's not 3. It could be 1 or 2. It's not 3 or 4 by Sudoku or 5 by Sudoku. 6 or 7, okay, not 8, 9. So I've got a triple here. Which would be really helpful if I could get one more. Like, is there a reason this can't be? If this is 6, we get 1, 6, 2, 7, 1. What do I have left? 4 and 5. I don't know. Those all seem okay. Oh, look, 7's looking at this. That's a 6. And that means that is off path, which means this continues to go up, and I revealed another dot. Whoops, wrong color. And this is not 1, 6 or 3, 8. So they're 2, 7 or 4, 9. So this is 2, 7, in fact, which gives me a 1 here and a 2 here, which tells me these, because the cage now takes these 2 cells. So even if I didn't know this was a 4 by the diamond logic, which I'm sure it will be, which would also tell me it's not a 9, I would get it from the cage logic. So it's kind of double decided there. And that's off path, and 4 of these are on path. I'm tempted to ignore that because, as far as I can tell, the only thing the path is good for in terms of getting new deductions is telling me the digit on a brown dot, on a brown diamond. Obviously, before I finish the puzzle, I want to finish the path as well. But until I need the path, I might just ignore it. Because like, even if I started drawing some path, that's not going to help me because I don't have another diamond to. I don't have another diamond to play with. So, okay, what are these 3 digits? I'm going to ignore. I probably can do something with this path, but I'm going to ignore that for now. So these are 4, 5, and 8. And I did that wrong. But anyway, these can't be 4. So this is my 4. This is a 5, 8 pair. 5, 8 pair gives me this as a 4. Look at that. And now what? Now this is a 4. So can I think I had 2 possibilities, right? 4, 1, 7, 3. No, 4, 6, 7, 3 was one possibility. 4, 5, 8, 3 is also a possibility. And then 4, 1, 7, 8. Yeah, there were a lot of choices here. Okay, well now this isn't 2, 7 actually. So this is 1 and 6. Because if this were 2, 7, I'd break this dot. So this is 2, 7 in some order. 2, 2. One of these is a 2. This can go down here. So this cage might have nothing to do with this cell. So I'm trying to be a little careful because my mind keeps wandering to here and saying things like, "Oh, this is like 4 or 6," but it might just have nothing to do with that at all. And I can't go to there, right? So my choices are either I take these 2 cells, in which case it's 1, 7, 8, or it can't be 2, 7, 7. Yeah, so if I take this cell, it's this. If I don't take this cell, I have these 6 to play with. I could do those. Can I do those? Probably. 4, 8 is 12. 7, 1, 7, 1 this way still works. Okay, I'm not getting anywhere with that. About 5. 5, one of these is a 5. The other digits here are 1 or 9. Actually, so this is only 2, 1, or 9. So does that preclude this? Can it be 9? Can this be with this and the 9? That's already 13. The other two add to 7. So means it can't take 7 or 8. It has to be those which one add to 7. So this can't take this and be a 9. It could be a 9 if I go down here. But I'm thinking I'm going to have to do this. 4, 2 is 6. The other two digits will have to add to 14. It'd have to be 8, 6. I mean, 8, 6 doesn't work. 5, 9 doesn't work. Those digits are not available to me. 4, 1 needs 15. Oh, 4, 1, 7, 8 works, actually. Okay. So, but I can also do 4, 1, 7, 8 here, and that says nothing about this. That's kind of interesting. So the cage is 4, 1, 7, 8. I just don't know how. Right? That's the only way it works down here. And if I take this, the only way that works is, or 4, 1, 8, 7 like that, actually. But it's definitely a 4, 1, 8, 7 cage. I just don't know the orientation. That's funny. And that does tell me, I think, I mean, I'm not going to use this, but I think it tells me those aren't both ones, because then I would have a uniqueness problem in the cages. But yeah, I don't know. So let's 1, 2, 6, 7, 9. Oh, that's not a 2 anymore. I don't know. This is also 1, 2, 9. Oh, hold on. This doesn't connect here anymore, because if this connects here, this can't connect to this. In fact, so the easy way to say this, this has to connect here, because if it doesn't connect to here, it can't go here, because that's diagonally connected, so I have to go out and around here, and there's just no way past here without touching one of those cells. So these two are going to connect, which means these can't, because then I'd have a loop, and only one path. So these both go up. But that's not going to help me, because I don't have a diamond for that to be useful for. Okay. But I do know at least that this connects to this. So this can't connect to here. So this is going to connect to this somehow. But until I have another diamond to look at, I can't waste my attention on that. One's not here. So it's either 5 or 9 only. 2, 4, 6, 7. Where's 8? Here. 9 could be anywhere is the problem. Oh, no, look at that. That's a 5. Because it's not 1 or 9. This had to be 1, 5, or 9. That's a 5. This is 1 or 9. Sudoku as usual, coming in handy. 3, 8, the other one's 1 or 9. Yeah, it doesn't. So 6 and 7 are definitely both up here. That doesn't help me either. What am I missing? Probably more Sudoku. Let's take a peek. I don't think I have any 2. Oh, I have a 2 here. A couple 2s. Okay. But not helpful ones. 3s. 4s. Oh, there we go. I get a 4 up here. Oh my goodness. Wow. All the way up in the fog up there, I get a 4, which gives me another diamond. Okay, so now I have to do some path work, I think. I'm missing something. 9 is already done here. That's 1 or 2. And this has to be a 5 now, because the only thing in the column that works. And this can't be 1, because I'd have 1, 2, and a 6, 7 pair up here. Okay, well, let's figure out this path now so I can figure out this. There's no way that's 1. But I can just get rid of 1, 2 right away, just from path logic, because there's no way to only have 2 path cells on this. They have to be on opposite sides. to avoid 2x2s like this or like this. They'd have to be in those two spots, but I can't go in and out. So this has to be 6 or 7. But let's do some path now. This connects to here somehow. So of these 4, which ones can be excluded? Not this one, because that would make these paths touch. So that's on the path. If this is on the path, this is a corner. So this is all path. Which means these are not path. I think I can exclude this if this goes up and around like that. So I think this could be off path. If this is off path, then these two are, so that doesn't, so this is on, this is on path. So now, yeah, since these connect, this has to connect directly to this somehow, either this way or this way. But if I go this way, I've got to keep going up, and that leaves this hanging. So this goes into here and has to loop around like this. It can't go back and touch itself. It's got to go down like this. This has to be off path by the 2. And now our path in here is finished. These are off path. This has to keep going. Oops. To avoid a 2x2, one of these has to be path. And if either of them are path, they're both path. Because if this is path, I keep going. If this is path, I can't get to it from this way, because that would be an end. So these are both path. The path has to continue through. So I've already got 5 here on the path. These are off path. These don't connect, so that's off path. This keeps going up. And since these don't connect, this also can't go left here, because then these would be diagonally touching, and these still can't connect. So this is the path to the end. That is a 7. Meaning this is a 2, that's a 6, that's a 1. That's a 2, that's a 9. These 2 cells are 7, 9, which I still don't know, interestingly. This is a valid cage, which tells me this will not be a valid. So this won't be the one, but I'm not going to use that uniqueness argument. I will draw in this cage just so I remember. But this is not going to be one. I just can't prove it yet. 9. What are these? 3, 8, 1. Which is not helpful at all. This can't connect now, because then I'd have a bunch of 2x2s up here. I'm in that position again where same thing here. And now the question is, do I go straight over, or do I go up and over? And that's going to be determined by some kind of yellow diamond in here. So how do I get more digits? Because everything seems done. Except Sudoku, I guess. So I guess we're doing Sudoku. These aren't, I can't do anything here. No. Okay, so these digits are from 1, 5, 6, 8. This is so unhelpful. Where is the Sudoku? What am I missing? I'm missing something. Oh, I'm missing this. 2 goes to 7. And 1, 2. There we go. So this is not the one. Which cuts this off from here. That is now 7, 2. But that doesn't help me get up at all. I mean, it might. 1 has to be here. 1 has to be here. 3 has to be here. Like, these are just so not helpful. Did I miss a diamond or something? Okay, let's just we have 5, 8, or 9. 3, 5, or 9. Hold on, 3, 5, 8, or 9. Yeah, 5, 8, 9. No, I'm missing something. 6. Where's 6? 6 is here. What digit am I missing here? I need I'm not going to be able to do anything. Oh, I feel like I'm missing something crucial. Oh, sorry. 7, 9. Yeah, there we go. More dots. Sorry. Very basic Sudoku that I should be seeing. Oh, okay. That's interesting. These are both red dots. They look different colors. Hold on, let me get rid of these. These are not helpful. They look like they're different colors because they're differently shaded, but those are both red rupees. This can't be an 8, so that's a 3. This is 3, 4, 5, but not 4 by Sudoku. 3 has to take 8 and 9, so 9, only place to get an 8 is here because this is not 8. And this is above it. So these are 3, 9, 8. That's an 8. I will draw in that cage. Oh, and actually that means this cage goes to here. So it's not 3, 8, 9 because I would have to, this has to be 8 or 9, and I would take one of those, neither of which 8 or 9. So that's a 5. And now I might be able to do some more Sudoku. 3, 6, not helpful. 1, 8, 9. Okay, no. So then how do I do this in 5? There's no way I can do 8 or 9, right? Because 5 and 8 is 13. 2, 4, I would need 2, 4, 1 if it's 8. I can't go up here. And since it's hard to see, but these are part of this cage. So the only cells this 5 can take, can't take this 5 because it's 5. So it can take any of these, well, it can't reach there. It can take those cells, right? So if I take 6 or 7, I automatically can't take 8 or 9. So if I take this as 8 or 9, I have to take those cells, and there's no, this is at least 5. This is at least 6. So that doesn't work. So this is a 1. So that's 6. I need 3 more cells, adding up to 14. I have to take the 2. So because just by the way the cage geometry works, I have to take those. So those are up to 8. I have 2 more digits adding up to 12, which can't be 6, 6. It could be 7, 5, except that's, I've already got a 5. So I'm going to take these 2 cells. They're going to add to 12. It's going to be 8, 4. That's the only way that works. And I will draw in this cage in case there's another cage later that could conflict with. And now it's got to just be Sudoku, right? Because I don't see anything else. I don't see any other new clues. But this should give me enough. Yeah, that's a 6. What are these? 3, 7, and 9. So the 9 goes here. Oh, that's 7. 3. 1. Oops. That's not 1. That's not helpful. Okay, 7 goes down here. That's 2. Oops. And 7. These digits are 4, 8. Ah, there we go. There's my last diamond. Hold on. So, no. Yeah. There's neither of these are 8. So that's an 8. 5, 1. 1. I could probably finish the Sudoku, but I'm going to do the coloring first. Well, actually, no. Let's try to finish the Sudoku and see if there is just a final deadly pattern. What is this? It's probably 3, 5, right? No, 3, 6. Nope. 3, 2. Okay, so you could finish it, but I will not. I will say that is, oh, I can just say that's off path. So by being a diamond, it's immediately off path, and that's done. So that's 6, 3, 5, 6. Hope this is right. Yeah, lovely puzzle. Thanks so much. Bye.